You're now listening to INCRadio United Kingdom Satellite Studio.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone tuning in to INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. I am Sister CJ Dasaya coming to you live here in Wales and the west side of the United Kingdom. And I'm very excited. Not only me today, I won't be on my own. She will be introducing herself as my co host for today's program. And we are very excited for another program of INC Radio United Kingdom. Yes, I've already introduced myself, but I'm not alone. Like I said, Sister Sen, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're coming from today.
Hi, Sister CJ, and thank you so much for that mini introduction. But before I forget to introduce myself, I'm Sister Sandy Grace Medina from the local congregation of Dublin South, from the District of Ireland. And as Sister CJ has mentioned, it's been an exciting Sunday afternoon here in an INC Radio United Kingdom satellite studio. And again, we would like to say hello to everyone joining in um, uh, uh, for today, the 18th of August. And time is just 5 past 5 here in the United Kingdom and Ireland. And yes, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with us. And we guarantee you'll enjoy our program this afternoon. There is so much that we would like to talk to you about. And again, we would like to encourage everybody to join in and join our discussion today. And our topic discussion is spreading love and care through Christian family organizations. I know there's so many of our brethren joining in live via our YouTube link, and we really do appreciate all of your comments. And please keep them coming. And please, we also like you to answer the questions with us later on in the latter part of our program. But we will also be talking about our CFO in Action segment. And for those who are quite new to INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio, CFO in Action, or Christian Family Organization in Action, is the segment where we talk about all of the activities that we've just conducted in our districts of Britain North, Britain South, and District of Ireland. Sister CJ, I know there's so many things that we would like to discuss, right? But before I completely forget, I just wanted to mention this. It's so nice to say all of the districts that are part of INC
I was
Radio
about
United
to say, I
Kingdom.
was about to
Yes,
say, yes. There's three already under
yeah,
Radio United Kingdom. Wow. Yeah.
it's such a
And
nice thing to hear, right? Yeah, and you were about to say something.
yes, no. Oh, I was gonna say that it's not only focused on like say just in England or in Wales, but also in Ireland. So then we know what the brethren have been up to in this part of the world, and we can't wait to share that through our CFO in Action segment in our program today.
And yes, we are going to be discussing to you the activities that happen in all those three districts. So please continue to tune in the latter part of our program. But firstly, we will
Oh
be
yes,
talking about our topic discussion.
um, yes, of course. Spreading love and care again through Christian family organizations. In our society today, Sister San, we have overly fixated on the on trend, sorry, term called self-care that we often forget about community care. So please join us as your panelists today on our topic discussion as we will talk about spreading love and care through Christian family organizations. So we have a couple of questions that we can discuss so that we'll be able to tackle this topic discussion in a more thorough way. So, for our first question, Sister Sen, and we encourage those who are listening in, I can see the shout outs already on the TLC Team Live Chat on YouTube, on IC Radio, and we encourage the brethren or those who are tuning in to also answer the questions that we will be discussing. So, first question is, why is it important for us to have a community? I will ask this to Stan first because she's
Yes.
very good with her words. So,
No, the thing is, Sister CJ, like we were practicing our answers right before our live program. Sometimes there are words that I wanted to say, but it just got stuck in my head. Um,
yeah,
but let me answer my question before I ramble on. Yes, no, it is very important for us to have a community. A community supports us in a variety of ways. Having a group of people behind us, in front of us, um, they help us in our day to day life. They support us emotionally, maybe some support us financially, and also spiritually as well. Our community helps us to have a grounded um, way of thinking in our day-to-day life. And as I've mentioned, Sister CJ, before, it was highlighted during the time that we were in lockdown,
yes,
that for us humans were not created to be isolated. We should always be surrounded by a group of people. That could be our a community that we chose, or even a group of people that we have a connection with. And yes, it's very important. It is essential for us to have a community helping us, and a community we are also helping in return. It should be a two-way thing
yes.
to have a community. And I know, Sister CJ, that like I'm gonna pose the same question to you. Like, why do you think it's important for us to have a community and have people around us?
Yeah, so I think for me it is important to have a community because it helps us develop a sense of identity, and that being part of a community or a certain community, it helps us to feel that we are actually part of something important, and then we are able to share or we are able to learn and share the same values as whoever is in that community or whatever community that you belong in. So then, for me, if I am a part of a community, and I am able to then learn about their beliefs, learn about their values, learn about um, them as a person, and in return they can learn about me.
Yeah,
So
like that is, I feel like for us, like it's so much better to celebrate accomplishments in life, or celebrate day-to-day life with a community backing us in a way. And also, I know, Sister CJ, you mentioned a little bit about this before our live program, that it's essential to have a community because it helps us through the more difficult times in life. Because as I've mentioned, as humans, it's we can't tackle everything by ourselves, right? Um,
exactly.
and like for me speaking from my experiences, I feel like especially during the pandemic, I don't think there are I it wouldn't be I wouldn't be able to face some of the situations that I was in without my family, um, family support, friend
Yes.
support, because there were very challenging times for everyone that and for me, like my family helped me through all of them. And yes, and what about you? For do you feel the same way towards your family and or also your friends?
Oh yes, of course, yes. And we do not take that for granted, and I feel like, especially us children, we're very appreciative of our parents, of course, and also our close friends who have been there for us through through the difficult times, through the happy times, through the moments. And this is why I think one of the reasons why it is important for us to have a community. Speaking of people being there for you, so then how do members of the Christian family organizations show up for you or for me as a community? Sister San, do you want to go first or do I go first? What do you think?
Actually, before I go ahead and say my own answer, I actually just wanted to read out Brother Stephen's Honrade
Yes.
answer on
Oh,
the
shout
live
out,
chat.
Brother Stefan.
So yes, I just wanted to give him a big shout and also read out his answer. He said that it's important to have a community because it helps us to support each other as well as to create a strong bond with each other. Yes, we truly share that same sentiment, brother Stephen. And yes, I know everybody feels the same way and has the same conviction towards a community. And going back to your question, Sister CJ, um, yes, uh, there are so many ways that the Christian family organizations in
First
the
up,
Church
what
of
is
Christ.
Christian Family Organization?
Oh, yes. Before we completely forget, for those who are new to INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio and also new to the Church of Christ and are still just learning about the many things in the Church of Christ, Christian family organizations are the different groups of communities or groups of people within the Church of Christ. So there are many groups. So the first one is Buklod. So these are the married couples inside the Church of Christ. They are called Buklod. Kadiwa members are the unmarried single members of the church from the ages of 18 onwards. And then there are Benhi members as well. So they are the baptized. Oh, by the way, let me just point that out. Baptized members of the church from the ages of 12 to 17. And there are also CWS members in the Church of Christ, Children's Worship Service members. And I think, Sister CJ, before we continue on, we are going to call on to Brother CJ, Elisan. I think he has a report for us before we continue on and answer our question. Brother CJ, can you hear us? We could hear you.
INCRadio.
Hello?
Hello, Brother CJ.
Hello, Sister Stanley. I'm sorry, my mic was on.
We can't see you just yet, but we could hear your lovely voice. Uh,
Yes, I'm sorry. It's just because we've just finished. Wait, can you see me? Sorry. We've just finished our CFO meeting. But I don't think you're in that point of the conversation yet.
But you
I
could
just
easily
I
join
think
us because we're at the point where we are talking about the Christian Family Organization. And maybe
oh yes.
let's just see what's happening around you before we go back to the topic discussion. Because I know I wanted to see all of the people behind you.
Yeah,
Wow.
so basically, so we just finished our CFO joint monthly meeting. So right now we're just having a little get together with the brethren. I think that they're busy getting their food. Let me just let me let me get them to say hi po. Hello po mga kapatid. We're live po INC Radio. Hello po.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello
And
po.
Brother CJ,
Sorry.
before we completely forget to ask you, where are you currently at? Where are you reporting?
I'm reporting po from the local congregation of Dublin, Ecclesiastical District of Ireland po.
Eat, representing Ireland. And
Yes,
yes,
Ireland represent.
yeah, brother CJ will call you back in a little bit and get you to enjoy the food because me and
Yes.
sister CJ are salivating. I know there's so many
All
good
right.
food there.
All right po. I'll talk to you later po, Sister CJ, Sister Sen.
Yes,
Thank you, brother
we'll get back to you.
CJ.
He has his plate ready already. I can see it. I saw
Yeah,
it.
I know. I can smell it through the screen. And yes, sister CJ, sorry. What was your
Yes,
question again
no.
for our viewers and our listeners?
Yes, so we've already discussed the Christian Family Organization. So then, Sister San, how do the members of the Christian Family Organizations, those whom you have introduced earlier or have talked about, how do they show up for you as your community?
Yes, there's so many ways that the Christian Family Organization has showed up for me as a member of the church. Firstly, I'm a Kadiwa member of the Church of Christ. The way that Kadiwa members show up. for me as my community is um, the Kadiwa members help me to be strengthened in my faith through the many activities launched in the Church of Christ. And as I've mentioned already a little bit before the program, Sister CJ, because Kadiwa members are right along the same age, we have the same life experiences at the moment. So we could easily talk to each other to help each other out. It could be in the professional sense. It could be in our personal lives, um, because we are going through the same things in life at the moment. So that's just one of the ways the Kadiwa organization shows up for me as a Kadiwa member. And also, I'd like to point out as well, there are so many Kadiwa members that I look up to, that truly inspire me as an officer. And also they help me to be even more motivated in fulfilling my duties because they are so active and they are so diligent in fulfilling their duties. And also, I would also give a bit of love to the book club members as well. Book club
Yes.
members really do also show up for me as my community because they have so many life experiences that they share to me that I truly value and I truly take to heart because they walked the line already before us Kadiwa members, right? So
Yes.
it's always nice to hear advices from them. So it could be about married life, looking for a husband or a wife, or it could be about advices from for your career. And
Mhm.
also, I'd like to give a shout out to she's already booklod, she's already a booklod member, but she used to be a Kadiwa member in my local congregation in Dublin before, but I think she's in the local congregation of Exeter now. Sister Sharon, her last name was Salvador when she was single. She helped me out in a way. She showed up for me is that she helped me get my foot in the door to get my
Mhm.
career started. So I really do appreciate all of her help, and I still look up to her even until now that like, it's already a few years down the line for me getting my career started. And yes, yeah, she showed up for me, but now she's a book club member. And also, as I've said, there are so many book club members that offer advice and share their insights about their lives so they could give the same insights to us, so they could like in a way warn us of like the things that, yeah, I know it sounds a
Of
bit
what's
kind
to
of,
come.
yes, exactly. And also just to help us navigate our
Yes.
future life. What about you, Sister CJ? How does uh the CFO organization show up for you?
Oh, I can perfectly relate to everything that you said, Sister San, because I am also a part of the Kadiwa community, and I really love being a part of something, very not just wide but also a very close community. I don't know if that makes sense. I know that it's not just the Kadiwas here in the district of Britain North, and not just in the UK, not just in Ireland. But what I love about the community is, and also, of course, what I love about being a part of the church is that we have this um, close bond with our this specific community, Kadiwa, and we have made many friends from everywhere, from around the world, just by being a part of the Kadiwa organization, because there are a lot of activities launched by the church administration specifically catered for the Kadiwas, those who are not, those who are 18 and above and not married yet. And I love that we go through a lot of the activities together. And also, what I love about it is um, what I go through in my everyday life. Maybe not a lot of not so many people are going through it. Maybe a lot of people are going through the same thing, but I can all the more relate to the people who are part of the Kadiwas um, better, because they are able to share with me, or share the same values, share the same solutions. For example, if I'm going through a problem, and we can tackle it together. They can relate. I can relate to them as well. And I think that's one of the ways how the Kadiwa organization shows up for me. And I've made so many friends. I've made so many I think, yeah, so many friends that will be with me, who will be with me for a very, very long time. And what I love about it is we also share the same duties, same yeah, values, same faith. And so I don't feel alone. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I don't feel that I'm just, isolated from everything. So um yeah, I think that's my answer to that question. And
And
also,
also,
of course, yes.
yeah, go on, go on. Sorry, I was gonna cut
Yes.
you
Oh,
off. Sorry.
no, because you shouted out the book club members, and yes, I do agree. I love hanging out with the book club members because then they share with you their perspective on the things that we are going to face maybe in the future, not only with like married life, not only with the career, but just being a booklod. But I also want to shout out the Binhis and the CWS because the children, we learn so much from them, and I love caring. As much as I love caring for that community, because I am a CWS, a Children's Worship Service officer, um, or even the Binhis, because we do look after them. My youngest sibling, he's only Binhi, because I love that I am part of their life. So then they are molded into um into a better Christian, a better person. So I love being part of their community, and I guess I can say that that is how I show up for their community, then the Bini and the CWS. And I love being with them. It's just very, very nice that I learn different things from the children. So yeah, shout
And
out to
as
the Binis and CWS.
yes, like even at their young age, all of the Benhi members and CWS members, and they already so active and so inspired, and like it's just so nice to see that at their age, and we need to highlight that, like for us, children's worship service officers, and also it just popped in my mind just now. It's so we are truly so fortunate, all of us members of the Church of Christ, because as you've mentioned, we made so many friends, all of us Kadiwa members, and because it's through the church, wherever we go, we already have a community, an automatic community, and it's so
Mm,
nice to feel that way, especially for me whenever I travel. It clicks straight away when
yes,
you're
yes.
looking, yes, it when you're looking for a place of worship, and you meet a brother or sister along the way, it doesn't feel strange.
No, that's
It's
very
if
true.
it clicks straight away because you're a member of the church and you have that one faith, you have the same values,
Mhm.
so you're already part of the community even though you're not part of that specific local
The
congregation.
foundation.
You already,
It's not as daunting then. So then when
yes,
you go
exactly,
there, they also help out, like with, say for example, if you want to go see sightseeing, they will give you a list and they will tell you where the best places that you can go, best places to eat, and
true.
everything. So it's a nice, like, we're a big family.
Yes. And yeah, rolling up to our next question. So, our question number three is, what do you do in turn to spread love and care in the community you belong in? I know you've mentioned a little bit about this, Sister CJ, but how do you spread the love and care?
So now, like I mentioned earlier, I belong into the Kadiwa Binhi. Okay, well, Binhi. No, I mean Kadiwa.
Before.
I used to be Binhi ages ago. I meant, okay, I'm sorry. The Kadiwa community or organization, a Christian family organization, CFO. Just by being there for them as much as they are there for me. I'm there for my friends. I'm there for for the other members in the church whenever they need. I can be always be someone that they can talk to. But spreading love and care to the community outside of church. we've had, like what we discussed earlier, Sister San, we've had a lot of INC giving projects. And that is one of the many ways that the church administration has launched for us to give back to the people outside of the church, to the people of the world. And one of the ways that I was able to participate in that project was, not only in the past we were able to do a lot of um, donation, like with books, with clothes. We mentioned this in one of our INC radio shows, where it was, I think it was about spring cleaning, and then donating it to the community, where then we are able to help out. Also, we've had a few neighborhood appreciation day as part of the celebration of the 110th anniversary of the Church of Christ. I think that's one of the ways that I was also able to spread the love and care in the community. And I know that a lot of people, or a lot of our brethren, can also relate to the cleanup drive that we were able to participate in. And I think that's also included in our CFO action today. So we will talk about that a bit later on. And yeah, how about you, Sister Sen? How do you then spread love and care in the community you belong in?
For me, like for community wise, in the community I am part of, I'm very now in the like last few years of my life, I've gotten to be more aware of the elderly. So I try and
I have a
like
soft
for me,
spot for the elderly.
yeah, in a little bit, my own little way, I try and check up with my neighbors, everyone, like all the elderly members of my surrounding area, even just to like chat with them. That's how I spread a little bit of love to them, because it really does help, even just chatting for a couple of minutes with an elderly person, because you don't know if that person is isolated from their family members. So that a few minutes of interaction with them really does make a difference with their day-to-day life. And also, as you've mentioned, for us members of the Church of Christ, there's so many activities that's been catered to giving back to the community specifically. And yes, as you mentioned, we've been doing a lot of INT giving community cleanup activities. And as Sister CJ has mentioned, we'll be discussing a little bit about that in what we've accomplished here in this part of the world. And yes, there's so many activities like toy donation that we've also conducted. And also there's so many of our brethren doing a little bit of medical and dental reaching
Yes.
out to the community. So that's our way of helping out the more not the more I was gonna say less fortunate groups of people in the community that are not able to afford, healthcare, or even cannot afford it time wise to go to their local GPs, or
Mm.
local healthcare centers. And
Yep.
that's how the church or the Christian family organizations are helping them out through those activities. And yes, it's just so nice to be part of those activities that I've mentioned. And I am truly, truly fortunate to be able to say that that's one of the ways that that I spread love and care to the community that I belong in, specifically here in the District of Ireland, in my area here in South Dublin. And also, I'd like to mention before I completely forget, we'd also like to say a shout out to our council here when we've conducted our community cleanup drive, because they really did support us during the activity. They helped us out during that day, provided us with the materials that we need to do our part in cleaning the local park that we were in. And yes, we would like to give a big shout out to our local county council, the Leary Rathdown County Council here in south of Dublin. And I know, Sister CJ, we still have another question before we end our this part of our segment, right?
Yes, yes. And then, so how important is it for us, members of the Church of Christ, to show love and care to the people of this world? For me, um, Oh. I'll just give this to Sister Sen.
I
I
I
haven't
had to
gathered my thoughts yet. It's not there
for me, I had to catch my breath. I was like, now for me, like it's very important for us members of the Church of Christ, to help other people in our community, not only those who are part of the church, but also those who are not part of the church. It's been always been reminded to us during the worship services that we should do our part, helping out our neighbors. To share what we have already to those who are less fortunate,
yet. Yes.
because it's a commandment of our Almighty God to do that. And also, as members of the Church of Christ, we should always be the first ones extending help
Yes.
to those who are in need, those who are not able to help themselves. And we it should be it's always one of the things that we want to do, because it not only reflects on us personally, but most especially reflects on us as members of the Church of Christ. What about you, Sister CJ?
That was a good answer already. So,
I'm like, I'm like, okay, I'll let
I
her
mean,
answer because I'm trying to catch my breath.
yes, no, no, I do agree. I do agree. And it is like what we said, like what you have mentioned, it is part of our values and our faith in the Church of Christ. And and it also makes us feel better, like what is already commanded, do good to those who need it. Um yeah, no, I will leave it to that because you have a very good answer already, and I do agree. And yes, and we hope that you have learned something from our topic discussion today. As our part of our closing statement to this topic discussion, community is vital, very important in our lives, like what we said. So when a person is hurting, when we are weak or ill, it is important that we care for that individual, giving them the help they need to gain their strength back and, of course, to heal. Through a network of community, we are able to offer the necessary support to remedy the situation that they are in, which is very, very important because we go through a lot of um, a lot of things in this world, and having a person or a community to listen to the problems and provide advice makes a whole world of makes a difference to that person, not only to our physical um, well-being, but also our mental and spiritual well-being. And as members of the Church of Christ, we are often reminded to spread love and care to our community. And it is especially important for us members of the Church of Christ to not hold back our faith and instead express our love and care in a most sincere way. And that is by sharing the true gospel of our Almighty God. Sister Sen, what's next?
Yes, and we do encourage everybody to keep on watching and listening to INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. And we also like to uh, if, let me highlight our brethren who are always commenting and always
Yes,
giving their
yes.
comments on the live chat. Actually, there's so many brethren from Battersea and from the local congregation of Portsmouth, I think. They've been commenting. There's so many comments, so we thank you so much, dear brethren, for giving your comments all throughout the show. But we are just going on a little bit of a station break, and we are also going to play to you an Iglesia Ni Cristo Christian music video called "People of God Give Him Glory."
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia Ni Cristo.
We wake up in the morning, People of God, raise your voices high. We are the ones who were given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. People of God, let His praise resound. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. Follow God, give Him glory. Change your old ways, give Him glory. Share our faith, give Him glory. Praise His name, give Him glory. People of God, raise your voices high. We are the ones who are given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. Give Him glory. People of God, let His praise resound. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. Give Him glory. We know what to do. We know who we are, called into the fold. Hail from afar, we know what to do. We know who we are. Give Him glory. We wake up in the morning, fully aware of life's purpose.
And we're back on INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. And we do hope that you've enjoyed that original Iglesia Ni Cristo original music video, People of God Give Him Glory. And I was singing along because this is one of the songs during our INC concert, 110th anniversary concert here in the District of Ireland. And it was such an amazing activity to be part of. And yes, Sister CJ, we are going to talk about our Christian Family Organization and Action segment. And that's all of the activities that were conducted in the districts of Britain North, South, Britain South, and District of Ireland. So we'll get started with the first one, right?
Yes.
I was just gonna say
I'm
yes.
excited.
This the activity that's been showing up on your screens right there is actually the INC Giving Community Cleanup Drive in Britain North and South. So you're seeing the photos right there, and also in the District of Ireland. I know, Sister CJ, we didn't get to include your photos there in your site in Cardiff, right? But
Yes.
how did you feel about your activity there in Cardiff?
Oh yes, yes, very very pleased actually. Like it was very fulfilling to actually do something for the community. And again, this community cleanup drive was a part of the 110th anniversary of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. And it was a lovely feeling because not only were we able to do it or conduct it in District of Britain North, but like what is showing now on your screens, you have pictures there of the brethren all over the UK and Ireland, Britain South, Britain North, and Ireland, who were able to participate in one of the activities spearheaded by the CFO, Christian Family Organization officers. And like what you have mentioned also earlier, Sister Sen, we were able to actually, when we were doing the cleanup drive, because we don't have a place of worship here yet in Cardiff, but we did it around, I think, a 1 mile or 2 mile radius around the place of worship. And while we were doing it, one of the community people or community, I think he was the one, he was I don't know what his title was, but he was one of the officers, or I don't know what they're called. Those who take care of the community in that part of
Oh,
the. Oh yes, the
counselors or
council.
something.
Yeah, one of the council people there. We were able to meet him, and he was very very grateful for what we were doing. And we then explained to him why we were doing it, and we were then able to missionize also, and we were able to tell him about the Church of Christ. And it made although it was very hot on that day, it was like one of those heat waves in the UK. And but it was lovely, it was really nice, and it felt really good that we were able to do something like this in the community. And I'm sure that our brethren who participated, who were doing the same thing, because I saw it on the social media, not only in the UK, it was everywhere, in the US, in Europe, in the Philippines, and everywhere in Asia. We were doing the same activity, community cleanup drive. And it was amazing then to know that the brethren were part of this project, of this activity. So yes.
Yes, it's such a fun activity to be part of, and all of us here in the District of Ireland, we were doing our very best, our part during that time, especially that we are celebrating our 110th anniversary through activities like that. And I just like to point out that the photos from Ireland side there that were shown to you were from the local congregations of Dublin, Dublin South, Galway local congregation, and Limerick City. And speaking of something that is worldwide that's being done right now, we have a live report from our brother CJ Elisan, and he's currently in Dublin. And they've just conducted a joint Christian family organization monthly meeting. Brother CJ, he's joining us again. Brother CJ, can you hear us?
Yes, Sister Stanley, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes,
I think
Yes.
it's just a
yes.
little bit loud.
Yes, it's
Yeah?
loud and clear. Yes, brother CJ,
Oh, okay, perfect.
we're just gonna ask you a couple of questions before we go to another activity that we have lined up for CFO in action. So, brother CJ, what is it like there in Dublin at the moment where you're conducting the activity?
Yes, Sister Stanley, but actually before that, I may actually have to make up for my entrance earlier, which was a bit epic fail. I'm gonna have to introduce myself again. So to everyone tuning in right now, Sister Stanley, Sister CJ, hello. Good afternoon from Dublin. I'm Brother CJ from the local congregation of Dublin. I'm District of Ireland. So currently I'm in our place of worship for our CFO joint monthly meeting. So everyone is here. Every member of the CFO, the Christian Family Organization, in our local congregation, they're here. Earlier we had meeting. It was just finished a few minutes ago, and we had a video presentation that was sent from the church administration. So we did all that. We had some greetings as well for the book club anniversaries and as well as the birthdays for the Kadiwa and the Bini organizations. And at the moment, we're actually just socializing around with the brethren. Some of the brethren has already left because the program is done. But earlier we just had a little
Oh.
Oh, I
those
think
brethren prepared. So I'm actually here right now in our over in one of our overflow. Can you still hear me? I think it's just the music's a little bit. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
Yes, we can
yes.
hear you.
Hi. Perfect. So this is the venue that we had for our CFO joint monthly meeting. So this everyone here. So for this event, I'm going to interview one of our leadership. This is Sister Dana. So she is our vice president for our local congregation. I'm just gonna ask you, Sister Dana, how did you prepare for the joint monthly meeting?
Well, for me, I had to read off a script and help with our presentation. So I basically just practiced my lines and prepared myself for that.
There you go. And how did you? Can you tell us what did you practice for?
We basically had a little performance to entertain our guests here for our CFO meeting.
There you go. So yeah, they had before the video presentation earlier, Sister CJ and Sister Sen, they had a little role play, led by the CFO leadership, which was really fun. And then we had some guests as well. So all of the brethren, they were all entertained by it, and then which was really good. And that's it. That's basically it, Sister Henley, Sister CJ. So everyone here now is they were just having fun. We're basically kind of cleaning up now. We're starting cleaning up. So and that's the latest happening here.
Wow, we love that. Thank you so much, Brother CJ. But before we let you go, do you have any personal shout outs?
A shout out to everyone there here in our local congregation of Dublin, and to everyone, to all brethren in our District of Ireland, and to all of my friends there in the District of Great Britain as well. To you, Sister CJ, my British counterpart. Hope to see you soon,
We miss you.
and to everyone, to all of everyone tuning in right now. Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brother CJ. And that was Brother CJ
Thanks so much.
representing Ireland.
Yes.
Speaking of Ireland, Sister Sen, how about the INC 110th concert? Is it
Yes,
is it ready now?
we're just gonna quickly talk about that because we don't want to do overtime, and
Yes.
it will be shown in a couple of moments there. Some of the photos that were taken during our 110th anniversary concert here in the District of Ireland, and we were so fortunate to be able to conduct this activity, and we are so glad to be able to do our part in celebrating the growth, the success of the church in our little district, our new district here in Europe. And yes, you could see the photos there. It's such an amazing activity to be part of. And we're just bringing a little bit to you on INC Radio, but we know there's so many INC platforms, social media platforms that you'll see all of these pictures as well. So please continue to check out our social media platforms in the church. And that brings us to the end of our Christian Family Organization in Action segment. And before we close our program this afternoon, firstly, we would like to greet our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Christian Family Organization Coordinator, Brother Angelo Arano V. Manalo, and we would also like to greet our District Supervising Ministers of Britain South, Brother Harley Alcantara, Brother Anthony Pena, our District Supervising Minister of Britain North, and Brother Papito Aquesta, our District Supervising Minister for the District of Ireland. And we would also like to extend our the same warm greetings to the rest of the ministers and workers in the districts of Britain South, Britain North, and Ireland. Sister CJ, such an
Yes.
amazing show.
Yes, very much. And we, of course, it wouldn't be a successful show without the TLC, like I said, the team live chat. And we are running out of time, but I just wanted to shout out Brother Seth Hebrew. He said hello to host Sister Sen and Sister CJ. Hello, Brother Seth, and to your family. We hope that you are well. And he said he's listening or tuning in from Heathrow, hashtag Heathrow, Britain South. Also, we just wanted to mention Sister Arlene Las Marias, happy viewing from the district of Britain North in Leeds, and also Sister Gemma Salas um, saying shout out from Leeds, Britain North. And also, we have a lot of brethren. We can't go through them now, but we are very thankful to our brethren tuning in with us every Sunday and they are watching. And we hope everyone has enjoyed our show today. And please continue to tune into INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. Keep on watching and listening to INC Radio via live audio and video streaming at iglesianicristal.net/INC Radio. And you can also listen to the live audio streaming through your mobile phones by downloading the INC Radio mobile application on your mobile phones and YouTube channel. Please don't forget to visit CEBSI on Facebook, IG, and X regarding church events happening around the world. From everyone at INC Radio UK, see you next week and bye
Bye,
bye.
everyone.
To give His life to save all our election. He
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
The Ecclesiastical District of Italy North recently held their district unity